All right, everybody, we're back. It's been about a month since we've seen y'all. Hopefully, we'll get some folks' attention. I know the football games are going on, but come on in, chat football, chat comics, chat art. We're gonna do it all tonight. As you can see tonight, it is the return of Jim E. Noble, if such a thing can be believed. 4-time Sunday sketching champion. Jim E. Noble is back with his new book. I'm Tom Hutchison. What's going on? This is Jim E. Noble.
One away from the Five Timers Club. Here we go.
Oh my God. Well, we can't have you on the show again. We can't have you on the show. This is it. This is Jim's last time on the show.
Yeah.
Albert, how are you, man? Welcome, Mr. Mike. Welcome to everybody. Mr. Noble, it's been well, actually, technically, it's now only been about 24 hours since we've seen each other. But prior to that, it's been about months and months and months. So, we're gonna talk about this new project of yours that
all right.
I still have very little clue as to exactly what it is. So we'll talk about it because I think it's interesting.
Oh,
and Mr. Mike is dropping links for you everywhere. There are Kickstarters galore out there. Please go have a look. We'll drop some links for you as we go. Feel free to join the conversation wherever it may lead tonight, from comics to football to art to how terrible Batgirl looks. We can do it all tonight as we hang out with our artists. Ryan Kincaid is already underway.
What's up? So if I heard Jim's speech last night, can I just skip tonight? I don't need to hear bullshit twice.
Well, trust me, I change it up each time because I don't remember the last thing
there are always little differences, It's like the Blade Runner movie, right? It's like the original.
I don't need to see
the director's cut, then the ultimate cut, and then the director's Super Secrets cut. So that's how it works.
It doesn't matter. It still ends up sounding like wah, 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 wah.
April Reina is here as well. April.
How's it going?
You look like you got a new setup going on there.
What?
You got some kind of a new setup going on. What is happening there? Your table looks different.
Oh, I'm actually at my art table.
Oh. I recognize that book. I touched that book.
I know you did. It's a little sticky.
Inappropriate. Inappropriate, and we're only 4 minutes in.
Oh my gosh! Well, it's better than football.
And of course, Marissa Pope.
Well, I thought the
hanging
Cubs
out.
were winning. Hey,
it's 0-0. The Cubs are winning. Yes, that's
correct. As Abraham Lincoln once said, "It's showtime."
We can draw anything from your universe.
Exactly. Yeah, this is a totally rad open source show. Jim does have a campaign tonight for a specific book, but his book is also, or his campaign rather, is also just sort of going over some of his previous books as well. So I figured instead of just trying to focus on one, just open the doors. Whatever you guys want to do, totally rad wise is totally rad with me. It's good. It's good. It's good.
Did you say open source or open source? Because we are talking about Jim.
I don't know, but Trish wants the toaster. Trish wants a toaster pinup.
Sometimes I gotta clarify, Oh, freaking Steelers! This is what it's gonna be.
And welcome to our Simpsons watch party. We're watching season 5, episode 17. Bart Gets an Elephant. Production code F1F15. Original air date March 31st, 1994. Oh wait, this is the wrong podcast.
Yeah. This is Battlestar Galactica Forum.
I'm actually rewatching the entire series, and I've made it up to season 17 so far. So.
Yikes. That's a lot.
Yeah, I'm a huge Simpsons fan. I'm actually, and what's funny is I'm actually watching that episode right now that I mentioned. Nice. That's not a joke.
I would hope so, because if you're sitting there rattling off this random information about let's just pick an episode, that's terrifying. But if you're actually on the episode, that's okay.
No, yeah, I'm actually on the episode. It was written by John Swartzwelder, the prolific writer for The Simpsons. He wrote over 50 Simpsons episodes.
I guess he could be watching
That's not
something.
that much when you consider how many there are.
Well, yeah, there's over 700 episodes.
Yeah, I mean that's not even 10%, dude.
I think he holds the record for like the most written because it's like 13 writers that write one episode.
Right.
But yeah, so here we are, Sunday Sketch Show, the first one of the year.
Yeah.
2022.
Jim, which character do you feel like you most identify out of the Simpsons universe as a side character, not the top 5, but
Oh lordy. Well, I mean, comic book guy, but not because he's a fat. So not that reason. But there's a lot of side characters in The Simpsons. I mean, there's Cletus the Slackjawed Yokel, which is actually that's his first appearance. Is Bart Gets an Elephant is in that's the first appearance of Cletus.
yeah.
So how about them brown M&Ms?
Brand
M&Ms.
M&Ms.
Because if I have to hear Jim talk about The Simpsons the entire show, I might shoot myself.
I'm surprised you haven't done, or maybe you have. I mean, you have 8,000 covers in production. I'm surprised you haven't had a Simpsons style cover, or have you done that? Like not an homage, but like an actual yellow character, like full on Simpsons thing.
If I did, that would be like a syphilis cover if they're yellow.
I mean, in the animated style, like not just yellow.
Syphilis.
Yeah, I never thought about that. I don't know. Oh man, I don't know, man. It's not a bad idea. Now that you mention it.
Listen, who are you talking to? All the ideas come straight from here. Even that thing that you're doing right now with the boobs on the glass, I was talking about that to other artists last year.
Like, well, you were talking
well into last year, and we just didn't get it happening, and it's been in the back of my head to do it, but yeah. So
you saw a Kentucky Fried Movie, and you're like, that should be a comic book cover.
100%. 100%. That was, you have no idea how true that is.
For those of you who don't know, Kentucky Fried Movie was a John Landis film from the 70s where there's a scene where there's a chick getting banged and her tits are up on the glass. Great scene in the movie.
Yeah. Also, that movie is the reason that John Landis directed Thriller for Michael Jackson, because that was the only movie of John Landis's that Michael Jackson had ever seen.
He had never seen Animal House. He saw Kentucky Fried Movie.
Yeah. That was it.
Well, he did American Werewolf in London too. So I mean, he did a lot of movies.
Oh, he did a lot of stuff, but Michael Jackson only knew Kentucky Fried Movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, get that guy.
Ridiculous. Yeah, it's part of. They did a VHS way back in the day when that came out.
I remember that.
The making of for Thriller, right? And so in that interview, he was like, how did you guys get together? And they were like, well, Michael wanted me to do it, but he didn't even know who I was. And you're like, have you seen this? Have you seen this? Have you seen this? No, I've seen Kentucky Fried Movie. So yeah. Adam, what's going on? We have a Kentucky Fried Movie aficionado here.
Oh,
well done, sir. Well done. Are Jim and I the only ones here that have seen that movie?
Yep.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. I mean, it's not that big of a wow. It's a very weird. It came out
when
movie.
You were like what, 14, Tom?
Maybe not even that. Ish, something like that. Yeah.
You were. I was 20 years too late.
You were negative.
When did Kentucky Fried Movie come out?
You were in the negatives, I'm sure.
And by the way, it's not connected to Kentucky Fried Chicken. Just by the way.
That's correct.
By the by.
The Colonel has nothing to do with it.
77 came out the same year as Star Wars.
77. Wow.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't born yet. So.
See, I'm glad that I'm not the only one who wasn't born when this movie came out, because usually that's the case.
Nope,
yeah, I'm an '80s baby, so yeah, that did not hit my radar.
Well, I didn't see it in theaters or anything. It was VHS days, like down the road. Somehow we ended up renting that thing, because nobody knew what it was, and so there we go. It's kind of like Hardware Wars. We all know Hardware Wars, right?
No.
Nope.
What?
Nope.
This is frightening that we have a group of nerds that doesn't know what Hardware Wars is.
Hey, I never said I was a nerd. I just draw shit.
Yeah, same.
You just live in the
I never-
environment.
I
Thanks
never
for assuming,
proclaim my
Tom.
coolness.
So Marissa's seen it. Marissa's seen Hardware Wars.
Hey, let's
No, I
put it this
haven't.
way. I've
Oh.
yet to see either of the Dunes. I've never
You're not
seen the
missing
original or the new.
You're not missing much from any of that.
Yeah. Though that's a fair miss.
Blade Runner, I think I've seen once
That's
in
a
my
fair
life,
miss.
and I don't remember any of
There's
it.
nothing there. There's nothing there.
Yeah. Those are like you got to be like uber nerd to be into those.
Yeah, you're okay so far, Ryan. You're okay so far. I mean, there's movies that I haven't seen. Like I haven't seen Labyrinth. You know.
Oh, you're not missing much there.
I haven't seen Willow.
I've seen Willow.
Yeah.
But those are like nerd movies that people are like big on. They're like, oh, Labyrinth, whatever. And I was like, I've seen. Actually, it's not true. It was on like Netflix or something. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll watch this thing. And I watched like the first maybe 20 minutes, and I was like, I can't do any more, guys.
Of which
Can't-
one?
Of Labyrinth.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Labyrinth is hard to get into.
I couldn't do any more.
Yeah, that one out of the two like puppet movies that Jim Henson made, that one was hard to get into.
I've never seen Dark Crystals.
Oh god, that's like my favorite
scared me
movie.
as a kid.
That one you got to see, Ryan. That one's
See,
Yeah, that one's good.
That's a quality piece of cinema right there.
but then that would put me in that nerd category.
No, it's just a good movie.
But I mean, I've seen Willow, so it's okay.
Okay, so you've seen one but not the other. Just avoid the TV show on Netflix. That's not good.
Which TV show?
Dark Crystal.
Oh, well, the Willow is
No,
doing
the TV show was really good. I'm really sad that they canceled it.
I think you're the only one. That's why they canceled it.
Yeah.
Jim
Oh,
Henson is
shit.
rolling in his grave right now.
He is rolling in his grave.
He's laughing at all that money he made. No, he created the Muppets. It's not quite a mop. It's not quite a puppet. But when you put them together, oh boy!
Well, Trish thinks they're the Muppets.
The only food movies I remember in the 80s was Hamburger University and the Muppets. There was a movie called Hamburger where there's a scene where there's a guy taking a shit in the bathroom, and then a bunch of Japanese tourists come in and are taking pictures, and he goes, no flash, and then the whole thing blows up.
See, anytime that Jim opens his mouth about a movie, I'm like, and this is why I don't see it. Because his take of it is this guy takes a shit. That's what I want to remember.
Look, I mean, most of the movies I see, it's just a bunch of dick and fart jokes. I mean,
Well, that was a good. I mean, basically the '80s was basically let's put boobs in movies.
yeah, you get Hamburger the movie, you get Hot Dog the movie, which aren't connected.
I remember Hot Dog the movie. I'm not gonna lie. Me and my brother used to watch Hot Dog the movie. So if Hamburger the movie's like Hot Dog the movie, that's some funny shit.
See, I'm telling you, it's great. It's like a really great movie. Check it out.
But you hear Hot Dog the movie and you're like, why would you watch a movie? I don't even understand why they called it Hot Dog when it's freaking skiing.
Well, that's because skiers were called hot doggers. If you're zipping down the hill, you're a hot
Because
dog.
there was already a movie called Ski School, which is almost the same plot.
Go get your mama. Go get her. Yeah, I remember Hot Dog.
Hot dog. Yeah. I like hot dogs. That's actually a running joke at the printer that I'm at, because for whatever reason I had hot dogs 2 days in a row, and then they were like, "Oh, you must really like hot dogs." I'm like, "No, it's a coincidence." So they went to Costco and they bought me like 3 20-packs of hot dogs. And I'm like, "What the fuck am I gonna do with all this?" So my refrigerator's been filled with hot dogs for like 6 months.
That was probably my first introduction to boobs.
Hot dog was?
Hot Dog the movie.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe my parents just had it like in the like VHS tape. Like it was just there. So me and my brother would be like, put the movie on, dude.
I think mine was Animal House. It was either Animal House or Starship Troopers.
Oh yeah.
Starship Troopers had a lot of boob scenes in it.
Had
My
they
dad-
had like
my
co-ed
dad-
shower scene. I was like, wait, they do that?
my dad took me to the movie theater to see that movie, and that movie came out in '97. I was like 5. He's like, "Oh no, you'll love it. There's guys killing bugs." I'm like, "Oh, all right." I mean, I love that movie. It's a great movie. It's not. I mean, from the source point, it's not a great movie, but when you're 5 years old and you're just seeing bugs get shot up, it's fucking awesome.
All right. I have to show you this because it disturbs me that we have no hardware wars people here. This is hardware wars, guys.
No, see, my God, why would I watch that?
Wow. I think I saw something on Facebook with that, and I just thought they were making fun of porn or something. Like it was.
Well, I mean, that's exactly what porn is now. But I mean, this was literally just a parody where like the Millennium Falcon. I mean, it's hardware wars. So all the ships and everything are made out of like ironing. You know, so like there's an iron. There's like the whisk beater, things like that, turned into ships.
It almost looks like that episode of that '70s show.
Yes, it does.
That guy looks a lot like that show. Oh,
yeah.
Oh yeah. By the way, I have a Kickstarter going on right now. I know we've been talking about movies and TV shows.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Now I'm realizing where all of your ideas come from. Like that makes sense. If this dude did nothing but watch Hot Dog the movie for 15 years of his life, then yeah, sure, I get it. Job in the sauna. Okay. Ski downhill naked. All right.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Why are they skiing topless in snow? I don't know, but we'll write it.
I'm not gonna lie, that legitimately was Hot Dog. That was like, here, does this make any sense? Nope. Let's figure out a way to make this happen.
Well, it's basically how I guarantee you that's exactly how they wrote Hot Tub Time Machine. How does the hot tub go back in time? I don't know. They just spill a Russian drink into it, and there you go.
Chernobyl. That's how it goes back in time, Jim. Chernobyl.
Never seen that either.
Nitrotriminium. That's how it works.
Well,
Nitrotriminium.
The Hot Tub Time Machine is actually a very great time travel movie. True. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It's got a lot of 80s references in it. It's got the dad from Back to the Future.
Case, welcome. Case wants to check out the hot dog movie now. Yeah, we've Jim and I have even talked about doing, because we did our Camp Rad Dog thing last year. We were talking about doing like a hot dog version of that, where we go from summer camp into snow camp, and doing a hot dog version.
All of our campaigns were just going to be, seasonal based. This one, they go to ski school.
That's the one. See, if we do the snow one, if we do hot dog, that's where we have to have all of the covers with the nipples embossed, because it's.
And we gotta homage all the hot dog films. I wonder if there was more than one hot dog.
Oh, I'm sure there was.
Let's find out.
I mean, there were 4 Meatballs movies, so I gotta imagine there's at least one more hot dog.
If I've learned anything, is that movies named after food are going to be really good, except for that one with the vegetable, the fucking fried green tomatoes.
Except for that one. That one's
I
horrible.
like that movie.
There is no sequel to Hot Dog the movie. That makes me sad.
Wow. Well, now we know. Now we need to go and say, hey, look, we want to license this and make comics out of your.
Oh yes, this is how I get the rights to Hot Dog the movie.
That's right, Hot Dog the comic book.
Oh man, and I'll get all 20 of their fans that are still alive.
That's right. Well, 19, because there's you, and then there's 19 others. Well, I guess Ryan was a fan.
I was a fan.
Yeah, Ryan.
I would bust out a cover for you on that one.
There you go.
Yeah.
I feel my inner kid would feel obligated to be like, yeah, I got to do it.
Listen, this is not an unrealistic thing. I mean, all of these things are coming back around. Have you guys? Okay, well, this might be again outside of the realm of the crowd here. Old school horror movies. Have you guys heard of The Mutilator?
Oh yeah.
Okay, there's a sequel coming.
Mutilator 2.
Yes.
The Mutiling.
By the original writer.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
he's still alive.
They're legitimately doing a Mutilator 2. 40 years later, we're doing Mutilator 2. Oh, and I just told you about, they did that Slumber Party Massacre reboot
Yeah.
for Sci-Fi, which was the most god-awful thing maybe in the history of horror movies.
Now, is it so god awful it's going to catch up and get a following, like a cult classic?
There's nothing
or
to
is it
follow
just-
here. No, there's nothing to
No?
follow
Oh,
here.
okay.
This is some trash.
I don't know. Who would have thought that Sharknado would be a thing?
Yeah,
Or that
right.
they'd have sequels.
They just used that to bring back all those celebrities that weren't making movies.
Yeah, that was just let's bite off Will Wheaton's head somehow, and Will Wheaton's like,
Let's kill Frankie Muniz, and I think it's the second one or third one.
Spoiler.
Which also Sharknado spawned a whole new franchise, Lava Antula, which is the lava tarantula.
Yeah.
And that starred my favorite, Ralph Garman, who had the famous line in the movie. I'm sorry, that was Sharktopus. Never mind. Different movie. But he was also.
What the frick are you talking about?
we're deep in the B movies here. We're deep.
You're done.
Ralph Garman.
That is a very neat surprise. I didn't expect to like that movie, but I do.
Ralph Garman, who was a radio disc jockey in California, he was on K-Rock for a long time. He starred in Lava Antula, but he was also in Sharktopus, who had the famous line of "Damn you, Sharktopus!" as he gets killed. Classic line. Ralph Garman. He plays a pirate in Lava Antula.
Lava Antula.
But that was the sequel. That was a spin-off series from the Sharknado series. I've seen a lot of shitty movies.
Yeah, clearly.
And that's not even that's not even 80s. Like normally you could be like, well, that's the 80s movies, but no, that's not even 80s. That's modern movies.
That's
That
bored.
came out 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, right. That's bored, and I'm on the Sci-Fi Channel, and I'm 15 years old, and I don't have a car.
So yesterday?
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. And then, today I was watching Motel Hell with Rory Calhoun, who was a famous cowboy, and then in the 80s he made a lot of shitty horror movies. He was big in the 50s.
You're full of like useless knowledge, aren't you?
Yeah, that's my life. Oh, look at that.
What do we got here, April? What did you choose?
Oh, well, I don't know if this has actually come out yet. Am I allowed to talk about it?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you're allowed to talk about it.
Teaser.
So I did this already sold, so I can't pull out the original, but I did this circus with all of the clown gang, whatever they're called, and so I'm using Roxy, but I'm doing a backside because I freaking love this cover.
Yeah, Carrie Ann colored that.
Yeah, I thought it was coming out in like, I don't know, Thanksgiving or something, but I wasn't paying
It is
attention.
coming out. It's coming out soon. I just accidentally forgot, but it is coming out. This is what happens when you have a lot of covers.
Yeah, no, I completely totally understand. But I just got these Squee After Dark books in, and I am anxious to draw something on them because, well, this has been my life for the last 48 hours. It's fantastic.
You got a lot of boxes.
Huh?
You got a lot of boxes from us.
Oh, yes, sir. So good. I picked one of them up and thought I was going to throw out a back. I was like, shit, these are full.
I hurt my back a couple months ago from lifting those boxes, and I was like, yeah, I need a break.
Oh, my gosh. Aw. Not from just you moving, but like from the print orders.
Yeah, all the different orders that we get in.
Right? Oh, yeah. So I've actually got 80% of my books already packaged up and ready to drop off at the post office on Tuesday morning. So, so excited.
What do we got here, Marissa?
Zero. I'm gonna do zero. Nobody ever draws zero. Everyone always draws the clown girls. So we're gonna give zero some love.
I thought Zero was an ape.
No, well, she was named after the ape.
Well, tonight she's not an ape. She's very much human.
The name. Yes, I did in fact get from the Planet of the Apes film of the same name, Planet of the Apes.
Well, okie dokie.
Dude, 1 pill, not 5, bro. 1 pill next time. Okay?
What are we talking about? Yes, my topless cave woman, Zira. Totally rad babe. If you buy that issue, by the way, she does have sex with 2 policemen that almost look like Mel Gibson and Danny Glover in Lethal Weapon.
Wait,
And I'm assuming that's on purpose.
Almost look like
it's a parody.
Almost.
Oh, I love that.
I figured you would, you freak. Poor Jim. He's been getting a hard time for the last literally a day. Like everything out of my mouth is just a dig on Jim right now. Fucking crackhead.
Crackhead. I'm very how you say? I'm very clean and sober.
That doesn't mean anything about what I just called you.
That's true.
I didn't say what. I didn't say like what region of crackhead you are. It just says crackhead. Those California crackheads might take offense to it, you know.
Oh yeah.
You would hate
Yeah,
to
those are
anyway.
I think this is what Trixie, right?
Yeah, that's Trixie. Yeah.
Okay. I assume so with the T on her head. I was like, oh shit. I think that's who I'm drawing.
Yeah, that's how I keep track of my characters. I just put the letter of their name into their clothing so I don't forget.
I mean, I ain't gonna get mad at you.
I have a dozen clowns. A, B, C, D, E.
That's why they all have different colored hair, so I can remember. I'm like, okay, blue hair, that's a lot of legs. Purple hair, that's Trix. Green hair is Roxy Feelgood. And then there's the blonde, that's Bindi Bendison. Yeah, there we go. I think that's all 4 of them. No, wait, I have 6. There's Linda Pistola, the Chola clown, who also has purple hair, and a lot of mountains, who's also a blonde. Oh god.
Get your tricks in order, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I love clown.
By the way, thanks for the update. It's 7-7.
Yep, it's 7-7. 2 minutes left.
I'm missing my game for this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're not missing anything.
Who's playing
Because
right now?
somebody told me last night, no, Ryan, there's no night games. You're good. You're fine.
Well, it's all fucked up now with the NFL with their new schedule and 7 playoff teams, and it's all out of whack.
You got to get organized.
That's all right. I had no idea when I showed up where we were watching the game. They're like, we're all 49ers fans for the next 3.5 hours. What the fuck you mean? Like, when's Chiefs plays? Like, not till tonight. And I instantly went, motherfucking Tom.
Woo! Yeah. What's today? Today is January the 16th. Yeah.
16.
16th.
What are you on?
So
And
that
why
seems
didn't
to
you
be
share?
exciting to you for some reason. What's the
It's
significance?
5 more months to my birthday.
5 more months.
Thanks for sharing, I guess.
I don't know. I feel like there was something about today, but yeah, 5 more months. My birthday's on the 16th of June. Another J month. June, January.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, you're
June
putting
what?
you're putting all the connections together. It's like, wow.
Boy, howdy, I'll tell you what.
Oh, God.
I mean, we're just here to have a good time. We're only 30 minutes in. Good God.
Now, Jim, but now you understand why Tom said there will not be a 5th.
I'm telling you right now, when there is a 5th episode, I will be getting my smoking jacket with the 5 Timers Club patch sewn onto it. I am so excited.
I'll tell you what, when and if there is a 5th episode, I'm not going to be on it.
Oh,
I'm calling in sick.
You know, it's funny when Tom was like, "Oh yeah, we'll do you this weekend." I was like, "Okay, cool." And I told Mike, and Mike was like, "Oh yeah, I'm out."
Well, Mike's out for a while. Mike's going to be out for a little while, so it wasn't just because of you.
I'm going to say it is.
Yeah.
It's more fun for me with Jim if it is.
Okay, all right. It'll be great if like Mike decides, hey, I can do it next week, and we can be like, oh.
He's actually watching right now. He's like, man, I'm really dodged a bullet on this one. He's like, well, he's not talking about tan M&Ms, but boy howdy, if he talks about
when you say boy howdy,
hamburgers and hot dogs.
Oh my goodness! You're so adorable when you say that. It's hilarious.
I think it's more funny that everything is followed by an uncontrollable laugh. Like,
I like to have a good time. I don't know what to say. There was a guy.
He's holding it in. You can see it in his face right now.
He's a hot dogger, that's for sure. He's a hot dogger.
There was a guy at Baltimore Comic-Con who walked up to my dad and he was talking to my dad about something. I don't know what. And then I was doing something and I started laughing. And then the guy points at me and he goes, "See, your son does that shit right there, like every live show, and I don't understand it." And I'm just like,
fantastic. Oh.
Sir, I don't know what I'm doing, but it's probably working because they keep inviting me back.
Well, it's funny too, because like at Baltimore, my dad was there on Friday. I convinced my dad to set up at the booth with me, and everyone was like, "Oh, like they're like, oh yeah, Jim Noble's so awesome. You know, he's such a nice guy." Blah blah blah. And my dad was like, "You know, like that's like Jim's my son. You don't have to lie to me, you know." And then what was real funny is like everyone was like, "Oh yeah, you should bring your dad back next year. Bring him back to the show next year." And I told that to my dad. My dad was like, "Why do they want me there?" And I was like, "I don't know. They seem to like you, whatever you talk to them about."
I love that he called you Jimmy. I love that he called you Jimmy. That just tickled me something. It was fantastic. He was cool. I did enjoy hanging out with him.
Yeah,
so
that's
next time put your dad on and leave you out.
Oh man, yeah. And what's funny too is like, so my dad, like his friend, they were supposed to come down on Saturday, and then my dad was like, "Yeah, you don't have to come down because I don't want to come back."
Dad, gee, thanks, Dad.
He's like, "Here's the keys to my car. You can drive yourself to Baltimore." I was like, "Oh, okay."
He has had enough of your shit.
You know, actually, that was the last time I was on the show. Was the last day of Baltimore Comic-Con I was on the show. That's been.
You were at your parents' house, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was in my parents' basement. That's
right.
when my phone died. My phone died like halfway through the show. But don't worry,
right.
My phone is charged up this time.
I remember because we were teasing him on his, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 Kickstarters and can't afford a freaking phone that works or an extra charger. Yeah. What was real funny too is like right after that, when my phone died, I was in my parents' basement, and so Ruben was at my house, and I go upstairs. My dad got drunk and was like, essentially like Ruben was like stuck against the refrigerator while my dad was just like yelling at him, like not knowing he was yelling, but he was like telling him stories, and Ruben was just like, "Oh yeah, okay, cool." And then my parents proceed to say, "We love Ruben. When next year at Baltimore Comic-Con, he could just stay at our house." And I was like, "Okay." Dad, what you don't know is he just put a restraining order against all of us. He thought you were going to harass him.
Yeah, it's funny because like now because both my parents have met somebody that I work with, they always ask about him. Like, "Hey, how's your friend Ruben doing?" Like, I only saw him at Baltimore. I haven't seen him since Baltimore.
Why don't you shoot him a message? He can come on the show.
That's a good point.
Bring
You're
him on the
right.
show.
Where is Facebook?
You need to watch what your son is doing.
Are we getting Ruben on or Jim's dad?
No,
Yeah,
he's
that's
dead.
what I was
I think it's
thinking.
going to be great.
He's probably eating a sugar-free pudding.
Does your dad hate life? Oh my god, sugar-free pudding.
My dad is the biggest health nut. I swear to God. He's like, have you gone to the dentist yet? And I go, no, I have no reason to go to the dentist because they're just going to yell at me for not flossing. And my dad's like, your grandfather didn't go to the dentist for fucking 30 years. And then when he went, they took out all of his teeth. And I go, yeah, but dental care in the 1960s and 70s was fucking awful.
You're not wrong.
And then like, he's like, let's see.
Yeah, but you had that cupcake period of time.
Oh yeah. Oh, that did not
That,
help my metabolism at all. Man. Oh, man. I still got
Howdy.
free cupcakes.
Noble's cupcake period.
I'm 28. I'm 28 years old, which means my dad's 58 years old, and he is literally he weighs less than I do. He's taller than me, and he works out every day.
So what happened to you?
Well,
One word.
Cupcakes and beer.
the alcohol and the cupcakes that didn't help, and the fact that like I don't buy like fresh food like fresh fruit or vegetables to bring to my house. I go out like every day.
6 months supply of hot dogs. So
Yeah, on top of all the hot dogs I'm eating. Oh my god. Ugh. And I still go to the AMC movie theater. I still get hot dogs for like $8.
Is that single hot dog or hot dogs?
It's a single hot dog, but I also get the nachos, so I can dip the hot dog in the nacho cheese.
Why don't
So
you
do
just
you wear
get hot dogs and ask
neon
for some
sign as a
cheese?
sucker?
I go to the movie theater for the atmosphere and fun. Plus, I only spend $20 a month to go see 12 movies a month at the movie theater. So I make
There are
up for
not
that.
12 movies a month worth seeing.
Yeah,
Come on.
well, yeah, I know that. So I only see like 2 movies a month.
Let's
But
not start.
when I do
That'll
go,
open up another 2-hour episode of What Sucks with Tom.
Let's talk about Scream.
look, if we're going to talk about anything, it's going to be Cobra Kai season 4.
What was wrong with Cobra Kai season 4?
No, there was nothing wrong with it.
Nothing.
It was a cinematic masterpiece.
That's correct.
Although if I was writing it, there would be some episodes that would have made more sense than others. But
You can't write episodes that you stick dicks and porn and shit into for Cobra Kai.
look, there
You
was
can't
a
touch that
scene.
franchise.
There
Stay
was
away.
there was a scene in Cobra
Stay away.
where the woman was like in like this like dark room, and she's like wearing like a weird like brawl, and then a guy comes in, and he goes, "All right, ladies, it's showtime." And I'm like, oh my god, she's gonna be a stripper, and then she's like a princess at like some fucking Chuck E. Cheese. I'm like, this is bullshit. Because the way
she's-
it sound like it.
I mean, she's like supposed to be 16 or 17, whatever it is.
The actress is like 32 or 50. I don't know how old they are. They can't be. I mean,
I think she's like 26.
yeah, they started filming the show like 6 years ago, so all the kids that are playing teenagers are adults now.
That's how it always is.
But yeah, it's a great show. I highly recommend it. Especially if you watched all the Karate Kid movies. It finally pays off to go see Karate Kid 3.
No, Karate Kid 3 pays off all by itself. All by itself. Basically, I am convinced that movie was basically 90% improvised. Like there was no script.
It still blows my mind that the villain in Karate Kid 3 and Cobra Kai season 4 is a year older than Ralph Macchio. But in the show, he plays like 30 years older than Ralph Macchio.
I thought he was like 2 years younger than Ralph Macchio.
I'm sorry, he's 1 year younger than Ralph Macchio. You're right. Ralph Macchio is older than the villain.
Right.
Yeah.
The villain's supposed to be like this Vietnam vet. Like, what the fuck? Ralph Macchio aged really well, is what I'm trying to say.
He still looks like he's in his 40s.
I know, man. I want those genes. Like, I would love to have Ralph. Like, I would just if I were to take someone's like life force, it would be Ralph Macchio or David Hasselhoff. I don't know, one or the other.
Yeah, I feel like your 40s are going to be rough.
My 30s are going to be rough. What are you talking about?
Well, at least you beat me to it, because that's what I was talking about.
I still got 2 more years of my 20s, and it ain't looking good.
It's just because you haven't gone to the dentist.
I mean, I brush my teeth like a normal human being. You know, it's just I'm not a fan of going to the dentist because they put that giant apron on you. Like, what are they going to do? Throw apples at you? I don't know. I don't get it. There's a dentist joke.
I think you need a lot more information about the dentist.
Also, I'm like,
there are no apples at the dentist.
Yeah, they don't put that lead iron apron on you anymore either. They haven't done that for like 20 years. They still do that? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Well, only if they're taking X-rays.
X-rays, yeah.
Yeah. They still so they still do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they don't want to give you thyroid cancer.
Yeah, and they put that stupid mouthpiece in, and it like cuts up the top of your gum.
Well, just
they're like, bite down, and you're like, I can't.
You have dentist trauma somewhere in your you've seen Little Shop of Horrors too many times.
When I was in middle school, I had braces, and so like that was like the worst time of my life. And I had braces for not even a year, and then at one point I just told my parents, I'm like, hey, my teeth are not like there's no gaps between my teeth anymore. I have an overbite, but can you have them take the braces off because I'm tired of this? And I guess my parents were like, oh yeah, sure, because they didn't want to pay for it anymore. So technically I should have had my braces for a lot longer because I do have an overbite, but my teeth are straight, so I got that going for me, which is nice.
21-7, Ryan. 21-7.
No, I'm watching it. I'm watching.
All right.
They magically scored twice in the last 2 minutes, so that's good.
Yeah.
But I can't.
I had braces, and then afterwards I had a retainer, so there was a retainer that like just a normal retainer, like you pop it in, you take it out, whatever you want to do. But I had a bottom retainer that was actually glued in.
Ugh.
And so it was I had it for a long time, and my dentist at one point pissed me off. Like, I don't remember what happened, but I went to the dentist and he pissed me off, and I was like, fuck this, and I just threw the retainer away. But I still had the thing glued in at the bottom, and I never went back to get it taken out. So you're talking decades later. My mom's like, yo, you got to get that thing out because it's going to just like rot your teeth away. And I was like, I mean, I don't know. It's just in there. I'm just used to it being there.
No, I thought it was in the kitchen table or on
but
the.
No, it's been out now for about 10 years. I went and I was like, fine, take it out, whatever. But I was like, no, I'm not going back to that dentist again. Fuck that guy. And so, you know.
Yeah, my opinion of dentists and what are those guys who help the chiropractors? Those guys are like the same guys in my boat. Like, I don't trust dentists, man. They're like, oh yeah, chewing gum is great for you. Oh really? It wasn't great for me when I had braces.
Well, that's because chewing gum when you have braces, you get stuck in the braces.
Yeah, it wasn't fun. And it was like every month they had to change the stupid like rubber bands or whatever that were in them, and like you couldn't eat solid foods for 3 days. It was.
Hey, at least you didn't have the headgear.
You're right. Yeah,
that would have been a whole different '80s experience.
I had that. That sucked.
I mean, I can only imagine, like, if I had that headgear, man, I probably wouldn't have gotten in as many fights as I did. Because I guarantee you someone would have fucking yanked that shit. No,
you would have been in more if you had the headgear.
No, man. Like, I'd be so nervous of someone, like, fucking pulling on it.
Okay, that's fair.
Like, that's terrifying to me. It's like, oh, like, someone puts, like, a hanger on it, and then they were in a car, and they fucking start driving, and they fucking...
Who has a hanger? Who has a hanger randomly in life?
Kids are assholes. The fucking kids who live in my fucking neighborhood are awful.
You have the strangest fears of all time. Apples at the dentist and hangers in public.
Yeah, the hangers on braces and don't forget Gary Busey, because Gary Busey is the only person I'm afraid of in this world.
You've seen Entourage one too many times.
I've never seen Entourage.
You should watch that then, because Gary Busey's in it a lot. Yeah.
I've seen Lethal Weapon and the Ginger Dead Man, where he played a gingerbread man that comes to life and kills people.
He's in like the third Sharknado too.
Is he?
He's like a crazy scientist in the third Sharknado.
Well, what he didn't tell
Maybe
you
the
is
fourth.
he was
I don't
just
know.
playing himself.
Yeah, Gary Busey as himself.
Yeah, he plays himself in Entourage too. They constantly are like, he's the only person I'm afraid of. Who, Busey? Yeah, he's fucking nuts.
What's going on, Shawnee? Shawnee had the headgear. Albert had the headgear. Oof.
See,
Oof.
this is
I
why.
had that, but I only had to wear it at night.
Ooh, you got lucky.
Hell yeah. I lived in LA.
I love LA. Do you like that Randy Newman song?
No.
No one likes Randy Newman songs.
He did a song called "I Love LA."
I know what you're talking about, but I don't love it.
Yeah.
You grow up on it, Dodger games and everything else.
When you live in LA, it's forced upon you.
Yeah. Just like Born in East LA and all that other shit.
Yes, Cheech Marin, man. Cheech and Chong. Yeah, that was on an album. I have that album.
Congratulations, you fucking weirdo.
You know what's really weird is when you're 14 years old and it's 2007 and you're the only person in like 30 years in the audience seeing a Cheech and Chong show, and then you go to school the next day and no one you go to school with knows who Cheech and Chong is, and you're wearing a Cheech and Chong shirt.
And when he says Cheech and Chong, he really means Weird Al.
Hey, I love Weird Al. No, everyone knew who Weird Al was because during that time he had just come out with Straight Outta Linwood, and White and Nerdy was on the fucking Billboard charts. Everyone knew who Weird Al was.
God,
No
you
one
are
knew
a
who
kid.
Weird Al was. I love Weird Al. Don't shit on Weird Al. Don't ruin my doppelganger.
Yeah, but
And
when
he
you say
was in a
Weird Al, you
Simpsons
straight said White and Nerdy. When we think of Weird Al, we're like, eat
Eat
it.
it. Yeah. Well, I mean, I knew all those other hits too, but my generation only knew like the new stuff that he was putting out.
Yeah, Amish Paradise.
Well, that wasn't. Well, I guess I was still kind of old for my group.
That
But
was the beginning of high school for my group.
oh lordy. Yeah, I like Weird Al, man. Like I'm telling you, man. If I lived in the '80s, I would have looked exactly like Weird Al because I had those same glasses, I have curly hair, and I like food. You know, did you guys ever see the behind the music for Weird Al Yankovic?
No.
There is a behind the music episode, and as you know, behind the music is well known for the they were into drugs and chicks, and some of them died. The Weird Al behind the music is just about him doing parodies of songs and being addicted to sweets. That's it. There's nothing. There's like no dirty laundry for Weird Al Yankovic.
I mean, you gotta figure that with the name and the reputation that he probably not. So what's your dirty secrets? Well, you know what? I never bought laundry. I never did my laundry. I just bought new clothes. That's it. Yep. All right, you're done.
Shirts.
I got this weird obsession with hot dogs.
Meanwhile, you read the Motley Crue book, and they're like, oh yeah, we put our dicks in tacos.
Now,
So our
think about what you just said. The name Weird Al
yeah.
or Motley Crue.
Well, okay, yeah.
Which is going to be more controversial?
You're right.
Damn, Ryan, you're salty tonight.
Someone's got to start poking Jim, and it ain't be his own character, so not in this issue.
Damn.
Jim knows I love him.
On the inside, I'm dying inside, crying to myself every night.
That's why you're laughing so much, huh? You're like, fucking A, man. I'm going to get a PM in the morning. What did I do to you, dude?
Could be a sad face. There's going to be sad emojis, sad gifts. Yeah.
So how about that Kickstarter?
Yeah, I'm actually bringing it up right now. Hold
Boy,
on.
howdy, let me tell you.
See, I got your back.
Yeah, I got real serious for a moment. I didn't like that.
I don't think that word is your vocabulary, but continue.
So here we are. Totally rad for the holidays. It's my current Kickstarter. Pink 69. That's the new book. Yeah.
Hey, first, Jim, warn everybody that this is
book,
like
yeah.
a 30-minute conversation just to get through the covers.
Right. So let me just keep it easy for you folks. There's 2 new books on this campaign. There's the Pink 69 and the Totally Rad Halloween story. The other books on here are books that were on my web store all of 2021, which I realized were all holiday related, hence the name Totally Rad for the holidays. So if you missed out on the web store stuff, now's your last chance to get it for all the 2021 stuff.
So, but what is this thing? Because you talked about it last night, that you bought the rights to this thing. So tell me what's going on. What is this thing?
Yeah, so the artist, his name's Mario. So he did some covers for me, and then he reached out to me and he was like, "Hey, so I did a book. It's a 100-page book," and I'm like, "Okay." And I was really turned off when he said 100, and because usually I do my book, they're like 8 to 12 to 16 to 20 pages of issue, and so he was like, "It published in France, but it hasn't been published in America yet, and for this price, you could buy the rights to it, and you could print it in America and anywhere else you want to, just not France." And I was like, "Well, can I see the pages?" And he showed me the pages to the story, and I was really mad because I felt like this guy had like taken my brain and then like wrote a book, and that was this book. And I was like, this is definitely a totally rad book because it's all naked ladies. And then a guy crash lands on the planet, and they've never seen a man before, and so the fun ensues. And I was like, take my money. So now I have all year, I'm going to be doing Pink 69. There's going to be 5 issues total. Each issue is 20 pages long. So yeah, I'm just breaking it down to smaller issues. And yeah, it's a really fun book, and it's got beautiful women. And I believe in France, I found out it's called Amazons in Space in France. But in America, it's called Pink 69 Encounters.
Yeah, but okay, hold on. Where did the Pink 69 come from in America if it had never been published in America?
So in the story, the planet, the sector of space that they're in is the PNK 69 sector, and that's the planet in that sector.
Yeah, but couldn't you have called it Amazons in Space?
I could have, but Pink 69 sounded really cool, and the fact that it had 69 in the title, I was like, that's a cool title.
Okay, so you chose the title. It's not that in America it's known as that. It's you decided to make it that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, that's fine, yeah. And that's fine.
It's
trying to get this
title.
And you're right. It is a more catchy title. So so you've got this book here, and then here is the the Halloween story.
Yeah, and that's drawn by that cover artist, Jin. She did the interiors as well. Super nice artist. And I blurred out. Those aren't just white splotches on the pages. Those are word bubbles that I censored.
Why are you censoring the word bubbles?
Because they say certain things that I don't want people to read on Kickstarter, and then I'm in trouble.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah.
And then, of course, 2021 was our 2-year anniversary, so I have our 2-year anniversary stuff on there as well.
So the rest of the stuff. So there's 2 books. So you have the Halloween book and you have the Pink 69 book.
Right. Yeah. So those are the 2 new books.
Yeah. And then to round out the total campaign, you've got your previous various things that you did last year. Yep. So here is
so we got Toasty, the Toasty the Killer Toaster book. We got the I forgot that Mortal Kombat came out last year. We did the Totally Rad Combat.
Everybody forgot about that.
It's hard to believe that came out a year ago. It seems like a lot longer. And then we got the Totally Rad Wars #2, and of course the Totally Rad 2-year anniversary, the Halloween, and the Totally Rad Christmas. Yeah, so there's the Toasty.
There's a toaster for you, Trish. She was asking for some toasty.
And Karen Nicole did that cosplay cover, and She sent that to me in September of last year, and she goes, "I know you asked me to do this cover like in January, but here you go." I was like, "Okay, great. I'll use it now."
Oh my God. Is there more Toasty this year?
There is a possible Toasty Kills the Totally Rad Universe, but I don't want to say just yet.
Well, you've only got about a month, and then it's Toast Day again.
I know. You're right. Yeah. So there may be something that comes out. I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Jim doesn't know. He doesn't know.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
I don't know what we're doing.
They put
I kind
clowns
of
on.
think Jim is the guy that just wakes up and he's like, what's going to happen today?
Yeah, it's like what artwork will I get today? Like this week, I got like a clown cover from Keith Garvey, and then I got a Violet cover from another artist, and I was like, well, I got to figure out what books these are for.
Oh, speaking of which, I ran into David Mack in C2E2, and he saw my homage cover.
What did he say?
Oh, no.
He was like, yeah, okay. And then he's like just kind of skirted over and moved on to something else. And I was just like, oh, thank God, because I was literally sweating. I was sweating so much. Oh, God. But yeah, he's like, oh, that's cool. Like, is it really?
So I think I hear my rep calling me now.
Huh?
He's like, I think I hear my rep calling me now.
Yeah, right. Oh man. Yeah.
But yeah, so this Kickstarter, I found out the limits of Kickstarter once again. You can only have 100 rewards on Kickstarter and 100 add-ons. I found out about the add-ons my last campaign. This campaign, I found out the reward limitations, which is also 100.
So technically, you can have 200 items
Right.
if you wanted to. You could have 100 rewards and 100 different add-ons.
Yeah, but then I realized it caused a lot of confusion because obviously I can't make all those 100 rewards as add-ons. So people were like, well, how do I add it on if it's not in the add-ons? I'm like, you're going to have to do it manually. Like everyone's been doing it for the last 2 years. But
So listen, Kickstarter actually showed up and was like, look, we're going to help you all. And then here's Jim trying to fuck it all up again.
yeah, I immediately max it out.
Jim Noble immediately finds the limitations of the system.
Yeah, but he's found out how many you can do of everything.
So there's Zira, just in case anybody is.
You could do 100 tiers.
And if you look at those loot pads, they kind of look like Boba Fett's.
That's far too many covers.
Well, again, remember this is he actually has very few covers for this campaign. These are all previous covers that have been
That's
unreleased.
true.
Yeah.
For most books, there's usually less than 10 covers, so that's pretty low, all things considered.
You're just pumping out all your different things that people haven't seen before.
Yeah, and there's some stuff that I couldn't even fit on here, so I was just like, all right, I guess I'll just put just these ones on. Oh yeah, there's I forgot, I did a Valentine's Day issue. All You Need Is Love. That's on here too.
I've been trying to calm him down. You need a square.
And then these are our Rad to the Max covers, which the reason why they're called Rad to the Max is because I don't do XXX covers anymore, just because of not getting shut down by Kickstarter or any online thing. So I just call them Rad to the Max.
With 3 X's, Rad to the Max XXX?
No, I just do a capital X in Max. And then these are the Tits on the Slab covers.
These are the Kentucky Fried Movie
algorithms.
covers.
I don't actually know if I could do a cover for you again, Jim. I'm sorry.
Why?
I just want to give you another heart attack after seeing these Rad to the Max and stuff. I don't know. We might have to pen name it.
Hey, that's fine. You know what's funny is what's his name? Trevor Grace did that on my first book.
I know. That's why I was saying it. You told us that story.
Yeah. But it's like they can obviously recognize the art, so it's like they know who it is for real.
Well, that was like Bart Sears back in the day. Bart Sears used to work under a name Whitman, everybody knew it was Bart Sears, but he would sign it as Whitman because he was under contract with a different company. He would do stuff under Whitman for that, so he could do other things. So
now you
there
get
we go.
paid for that shit.
There it is, folks. So two new books, Pink 69 and the Halloween special, for some reason in January. Why are you doing Halloween in January?
Because it's
Well, I
Jim.
mean, why am I doing all those other holiday books in January?
Well, but you did those previously. Those are old books. This is a new book.
Oh yeah, the reason for the Halloween story in January was I emailed the artist and I was like, hey, and this is in September. I was like, hey, do you want to do the Halloween story this year for Totally Rad? And she was like, oh, well, I could do it, but I won't have it done until like December. And I was like, that's fine, I'll make it work. And so here we are.
There we are.
And we made it work.
Because some people like Christmas year round, right? It doesn't matter.
Yeah. I mean, there's some people that have their Halloween decorations up all year, their Christmas decorations up.
Trust me, I know.
There's some people that watch The Simpsons every day.
Yeah, but
And
those
apparently
people are
most families are
psychopaths.
at, too.
Those are psychopaths.
Hey now.
No, you're only psycho if you track which episodes you're on a sheet of paper.
Man, look at that.
know all the little details of the Bart Gets an Elephant episode 17, editorial number 722489.
Haters are gonna hate.
You're just jealous of my guys. One day I'll be on a game show and that's going to be a question and I'm going to win the $1 million.
You'll be on Jeopardy and it'll be like
phone a friend
Simpsons
and I'll be
trivia
there
from
for
season
you.
12.
It'll be more irony if we have to phone a friend.
You'll have to phone a friend and I will be there for you.
Look at that red nose.
That show that what was it called?
Let's make a deal.
No. That's not Let Me Make a Deal. Not with the phone a friend. It was
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is a phone a friend. So they actually made a like a home version of that, like a board game version that you could buy.
They had
in
a
the store.
computer game too. I played the computer game.
Yeah, and so when I used to have my comic shop, I actually had people call the shop because I was the phone a friend. Because they had comic book questions and they were like, hey, this sounds stupid, but I'm playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and I need to phone a friend for this comic book question. And I'd be like, oh, okay.
Nice.
So, yeah.
I bet you it wasn't like obscure comic questions either. It was like, what color is Captain America's shield?
They weren't difficult. No. I don't remember what they were, but they weren't difficult.
What is the alter ego of Peter Parker?
Phone a friend.
You know, it's funny. Like whenever I hang out with my family, they're not into comics at all. So like, they don't understand any of the things that I'm into. And like to me, it's just like, yeah, it's like everyday life for me. I deal with this every day.
Yeah,
They're like,
it's the same with me. My family has no fucking clue what is going on.
They'll like be like, "Did you see the new Superman movie?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it was garbage because of this, this, and this." They're like, "Oh, well, it's a good movie."
It's a good movie.
Superman does it. He saves the day once again. And it's
Superman
like,
does it again. That should be the next movie. Superman does it again.
Superman does it again. Hell, I mean, if they hire Kevin Smith to write a Superman movie, I'm sure one day they'll hire me to write a Superman movie.
If Kevin Smith can do it, anyone can.
Yeah, I mean, look, Kevin Smith is like the Hollywood nerd. He's just one of us. He just got lucky.
He just maxed out his credit card and made a movie.
You know, that movie cost $27,000, and I've made that on a Kickstarter, so I can make a movie.
There you go. Just do a Kickstarter for a Totally Rad movie. You need $27,000.
Although, I mean, I can make Totally Rad the movie just on my cell phone if I really wanted to.
Yeah.
Robert Rodriguez it up.
I don't know, dude. Some of the characters that you have to get and what you have to pay them to do when it costs you more than that. You want me to do what? Oh, that's going to be a lot more than that down payment there, buddy.
I already have my clown lady friend who already paints her face as the clown professionally, so she's into it.
Yeah, but will she do everything you need that character to do?
Yeah, I don't do any like craziness in my book. Have you read any of my books, Ryan? Here, I'll send you some copies.
I just saw the cover where it's blacked out.
Oh yeah. What you see on the cover is what you see on the inside. It's nothing, too crazy.
Yeah, we'll hire somebody to do that on film. I mean, you can. I don't think they're going to be the normal actors you're thinking of.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not
You
going to be
definitely
like.
have to look up the hot dog cast members.
It's not going to be. It's not going to be Corey Feldman or freaking Chris Pratt.
It could be Corey Feldman. That's not
Yeah, I was
really.
gonna say that's actually not true. It could be.
That could
It
happen.
could be Corey Feldman. For $50,000, I can hire Bruce Campbell to make a cameo in my movie.
There you go. There you
A
go.
couple more Kickstarters, bro. That's all it takes.
I know, right? That basically that's my goal here. Is I do so many Kickstarters that I'm finally got enough money to make a movie, and then I'm Mr. Hollywood. Although with cancel culture, I don't think I'll ever be able to actually release a film.
Watch Entourage. Just watch Entourage.
They'll be like, "This guy's making a movie. He used to do what? Clown porn? Oh no, we can't have this guy." But then again, Sylvester Stallone starred in an adult film. Look at him now; he's like one of the biggest actors in Hollywood, or he used to be.
Yeah, let's call it as it is. He used to be.
He used to be somebody.
He was good in Creed. He just had to mumble a lot.
But he's not the star in Creed. Creed is the
No.
star.
I didn't say he was, but he was good.
Jeez, man.
Michael B. Jordan. He was also in Creed 2. I don't know why they didn't call him. He was also he did a Rambo movie too. He keeps doing the same things.
How much is it to get a
Hollywood
Henry
does the
Cavill
same things.
cameo?
Yeah.
He's just doing what people ask for. Well, and they're not asking for it, but it's you know what I mean. Listen, there's Scream 5. We know what's happening in Hollywood.
Hey, if Jamie Kennedy comes back for Scream, I will pay top dollar. That's actually, if they made a movie about my life, I'd want Jamie Kennedy to play me. That's an actor who could play me. Actually, no, he's too old now. The young Jamie Kennedy could play me.
Yeah, you can't age regress, dude. You have to find somebody that's young now.
They did that with in that movie where they made the guys young. Oh, what's that movie? Fucking The Irishman. If they can make Robert De Niro look 20 years younger, they can make DJ Qualls or.
I'm pretty sure the budget required to de-age Jamie Kennedy is going to be too much.
I don't know,
for
man.
the Jim Noble biopic.
Boy, howdy, man. Basically, I fantasize about this a lot. Like, if I were to ever make a movie, I would just hire people that I just want to hang out with. And of course, they won't be A-list actors. They'll be like actors who are like in shit, low-budget horror movies, and it would just be me asking questions about the making of that movie. Like, did they really use all that corn syrup when they covered you in blood and then you suck that dude up? Like, oh, yeah.
It's a documentary of movies called The Documentary.
Oh. I saw a documentary on the Titanic. That was pretty boring. Not the Titanic movie, not the Titanic.
I hear it sank.
Yeah. When are they going to come out with this? They did come out with the sequel, Titanic 2, where the boat comes back and gets revenge.
Well, okay. Let's take a back step. First of all, they did make a Raise the Titanic. That does exist. Raise the Titanic movie, which was just fucking stupid. And then those guys that make all those knockoff sci-fi movies, they made a Titanic 2. There is a Titanic 2. Yes. So those things do exist if we can believe that.
How about that Batgirl suit?
I haven't seen this suit, so I don't understand the upsettingness of said suit.
Oh, come on, Tom.
It's not that it's. Here's the thing. It's not that it's upsetting. It's that it's just shit. It's just
okay. Well,
suit.
Which Batgirl is it?
I'll get the suit. It's from the new HBO movie that they're doing.
They're doing an HBO movie?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Who's playing Batgirl?
I don't know.
Oh,
an actress.
Or hold on a second. Let's see it here.
They them.
I don't know who it is either. It's
Nobody
not the
knows.
one from the
Nobody
TV
knows.
show, that's for sure.
Is it
Nobody
the
knows.
Robert Pattinson playing Batgirl?
No,
He's playing Bat something.
you stretch
He's
that one
playing.
too
He's
far.
playing Bat Twilight.
Ah,
I'll even accept that over Batgirl. Come on, you stretched that one too far. You killed that one, Jim.
ha, 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 ha.
All right.
You tried, you failed. Move on.
Here it is, Jim. Get ready.
Okay, here we go. What's wrong with that? That's like the Batgirl 66.
What
Yeah.
the fuck? No, it's not.
No, they're not
Yeah,
Batgirl
Are
66.
you out of your mind? Am I going to have to show you
Hold
It's
on.
the
Yvonne
colors.
Craig and
It's the
tell
color
you?
scheme, but
It's purple like
it's
that,
based
but
on
the
the ones from
suit-
Bab Star.
Yeah, come on. The suit. It's not even Babs Tar. Come on, guys. This is a shitty purple motorcycle jacket.
Is it purple
and
or is
pants.
it blue?
It's purple.
It's purple.
It's purple.
Hold on.
It
I
is
don't-
based. It is absolutely based on the Babs Tar thing. You can see like the little black shoulder pads and stuff.
Yeah.
But it is so bland in its design, in its shape. If you look at the Babs Tar piece, the costume, it has shape to it. It doesn't have these weird lines in it. Like it has an actual design sense. This literally looks like they found a purple jacket, or maybe even just a black jacket and dyed it purple. It just there's no design sense to this whatsoever. That's what I'm saying. Like I
It
don't
looks
know
like
if the movie's going to be good. I
motorcycle
mean, I have no idea.
outfit.
Just the visual of this is like, okay, what is it? I don't get it.
It's Batgirl.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
It's not that bad. I was
It's
thinking
pretty-
like
it's
you're going to
pretty
show me like some like like Technicolor Dreamcoat bullshit or something.
You can't have anything
Tom,
be
that's
too
close.
form-fitting, and you're not going to spend $100,000 on design for a female costume. It's just
It's
not
Then
gonna
you
happen.
shouldn't. Then you shouldn't do it. If you're not going to spend the money to make it cool, you shouldn't do it.
Old man Tom yells at clouds.
No, I'm yelling at DC because here's the thing. I mean, they've done some good stuff, costume wise over the years. They've done even on TV shows that I don't watch. I can see the visual of it, and I'm like, oh, they did a good job on that. But I
They
don't.
blew all their DC budget money on that Peacemaker show of John Cena.
Okay.
So maybe I don't know. I don't have any problem with it. But also, I'm not that big into DC, so I really don't care. As long as they don't mess up my boy Jay Garrick. I like Jay Garrick.
Who's that? Oh, is that one of the Flash guys?
He's the original Flash,
Original Flash.
the Golden Age Flash.
Now,
oh yeah,
I will
with the
give
saucer on his head.
DC.
Yeah.
I'll give DC credit for one thing when it comes to Jay Garrick, is they've used the same actor in every thing that he's in.
Yeah. And they also used, well, sort of. They kind of used the same trickster, although there was a different trickster. But they did bring back Mark Hamill as the trickster.
Yeah, but I like they took the TV show, the old whatever John Wesley shit from the first
Yes.
Flash, made him Jay Garrick, and they've kept him Jay Garrick for every like episode he's been in, whether it's CW or HBO or whatever.
Right. Yeah. So like basically DC did it first, bringing the old actors back in the same role, sort of, kind of like they did with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is a good point. Yeah. He's good, Jay Garrick. He's good Flash. He's a good guy. He does a lot of cons.
Trish says you got a nice pooper there, April.
And she's available.
I
Meow.
like that outfit.
I do too.
Very colorful.
I cannot wait for this cover to actually get printed and available. I'm gonna buy me one. What? I was very, very excited when I did the design for it. I don't know. With the whole circus theme. Very Britney Spears.
Hell yeah.
Jim wasn't around for the Britney Spears era. You might have to.
What
clarify
are you
this.
talking about? I have a
He's
sister
young.
that's like 5 years older than me, so I was definitely into. I mean, I wasn't into it, but she was into it, so I had to hear all
You
the
listen to
fun.
the Oops, I Did It Again in preschool or what?
Goddamn, I'm not that young. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Britney Spears was like his Madonna, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's like coming of age. That's the coming of age. I'm going through puberty. I'm learning about the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC and New Kids on the Block are almost done at this point. Yeah, Britney Spears and Ricky Martin.
We 5, 6.
Let's see. Well, Britney bitch was like what, 2000?
I have no idea. That was after she went crazy, right?
Yeah, that's her comeback album. Britney Bitch is after she went crazy, yes.
Oh, well, what was the one where she was like in that red leather outfit?
That was Oops, I Did It Again.
When was that?
That was her second one.
When did she do it again?
That was like 99?
No,
that was
like
probably like 2000. 2002, 2003, maybe.
Okay, so I may have been 10.
Jim, we're the same age. You were not 10 then.
In 2003, I was.
2003, you were, yeah, okay.
If it's 2003. Otherwise, it could be 6, 7, 8, or 9. Yeah, I remember going to Burger King.
Did It Again came out in 2000.
Holy shit, yeah, I was 7.
Baby One More Time came out in 98.
In 2000, I lived a couple neighborhoods over from where Eminem was living. In Detroit, Michigan.
That's his flex right there.
What mile were you on? What mile were you on?
I was on mile 14, which was the good side.
You were on 14 mile?
Yeah, but he wasn't on 8 Mile at that point. He had already made money, so he had moved up a couple miles to the nice side
that part of Detroit just reminds me of
a couple miles away.
Hunger Games. Don't go to Detroit, you end up in the Hunger Games. Where are you going? Mile 8, mile 15. Oh, you're going to the high class mile 15.
Yeah.
Oh my
God. Because every
mile 1, you fucked.
Every weekend, the only police activity would be at his house because he'd be throwing all these parties, and so all the police would be like going over to his house for violence, domestic violence, and all that. Drugs, alcohol. Yeah, man. Eminem, fucking the real Slim Shady, who is performing at the halftime show at the Super Bowl this year.
Is he really?
Yes, he is.
Wow, we'll actually have an actual real show?
Well, yeah, isn't it like him and Dre and a bunch of others?
Yeah, I think it's him, Dr. Dre, Jay-Z. I want to say Busta Rhymes and Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5.
That's too much.
Now I'm just naming rappers.
All I want is Eminem. I don't need the rest of that nonsense. That's overboard. That's going overboard.
50 Cent. I think 50 Cent's in it.
So it's the whole crew.
Yeah, it's the whole crew.
Yeah, but they're not going to stop, drop, and open up shop at the halftime show because DMX is dead. Although that'd be good.
You got to chuckle out of me on that one. Call that a win.
Yeah. Woo! Let's see. Who's playing Super Bowl halftime? I could be wrong. It could be Aerosmith. I don't know. Oh yeah, fuck yeah, man. Okay, so it's fucking Dr. Dre, Snoop Doggy Dogg, Eminem, and Mary J.
Blige. Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, and Kendrick Lamar. So I know 3 out of 5.
It's a hip hop.
Yeah, it's a hip hop show.
Yeah,
I'm down with that.
Snoop Doggy Dogg.
I mean, it's better than whatever the hell the weekend was last year.
It's better than what they've been like the last few years.
Yeah, for sure.
Katy Perry coming in on that Megazord that one year.
Katy did a good show. That was probably the last good show.
Remember when the Who did it?
And then you had the because Katy Perry wasn't just Katy Perry. Katy Perry was Left Shark as well. You guys remember Left Shark?
Yeah, that's right.
Doing his own thing.
Everyone was cosplaying as Left Shark at shows.
That's right.
I have no idea what the hell that means.
So she had 2 sharks, two dancers that were sharks, and one on each side of her as she was singing. And the left shark was just not doing what the right shark was doing. There was no synchronicity. It was just doing its own vibe. Yeah.
I believe it was Super Bowl 4, which was the marriage of Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man for the halftime show.
What? Super
What?
Bowl 4?
Yeah. Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man got married.
Super Bowl 4 was not in the 80s, dude.
Neither was Pac-Man. They got married in Super Bowl 4.
Super Bowl 4 was in like the 60s. Pac-Man didn't exist. What are you talking about?
I think he took another one of his pills.
I'm just trying to think of great halftime shows. I think it would be great if they did, because it is Miss Pac-Man. It's not Mrs. Pac-Man. So there's your halftime show. They should not just do musical performances. They should do
my
weddings,
God.
right? So yeah, Miss Pac-Man and Pac-Man should get married at the Super
What
Bowl.
just happened?
I'm only gonna say it one more
He
time,
jumped
Jim.
the shark.
One pill, bro. One pill.
Super Bowl
which
4
one
was
did I drop?
1970, dude. 1970.
Yeah, Pac-Man was around in the 70s.
Pac-Man did not exist in 1970.
You did not exist in the 1970s.
I existed in the 70s, not in 1970. I was born in
See?
71.
I was off by 1 year,
Yeah.
so therefore I am right.
Maybe half a pill.
But Pac-Man did not exist at that point. So no, they were not married at the halftime show of Super Bowl 4.
That'd be great. That would be a confusing halftime show. They're like, "Who the fuck is Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man?" And you don't find out about it until the games come out.
Like all the lights go down and people start screaming, "Ah!" And then like this Pac-Man and Ms. Pac-Man cosplayer come out and
And then Olivia Newton-John comes out singing "Let's Get Physical," and then Ken Rogers comes in on like a zip line and he's playing the guitar. Pac-Man Fever.
waka waka.
Wow.
How did we get here?
I don't know.
We're in a weird fever dream of Jim's here. This is a weird Jim fever dream. 1970.
Enjoy your last appearance, bro. Jesus.
I have to come back under a different name next time.
Yeah, I'm missing my game for Pac-Man.
It's not a game, dude. It's not a game.
35-7. That's a good game for me.
It's yeah, but it's not a game. It's not. You're not missing anything.
Yeah, it's not the Super Bowl.
There's no
You're not
stress
missing-
here.
You're not
No
missing the marriage of Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man.
I could be
Right.
yelling at a TV, taking
Right.
Jello shots, doing all sorts of
Oh.
stuff. But I'm listening to Jim talk about Pac-Man and Mrs. Pac-Man.
I mean, you could take shots. It would be a fun show if we took shots together. I think that'd be
I'm ahead of you. A few.
Oh.
He's taking captain shots.
good. Oh, no wonder you're being all sassy, Brad.
Someone's got to keep you on your toes, man.
I'm not even. I don't. Wait, I do have. Never mind. I was gonna say I don't have those. Joke's on you. I'm a paraplegic.
Well, if you eat enough cupcakes, they'll cut those toes off.
you know,
There
I
you
always
go.
wonder.
You get the
What if,
diabetes.
what if I have it and I just don't know it?
That's possible.
Maybe that's why I shouldn't go to the doctor. Because I guarantee you, I go to the doctor and they're gonna be like, "Yeah, you're all fucked up." Like I know I have sleep apnea.
Okay.
Well, I mean, which could kill you, so you might want to check on that.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, I got that covered by the VA, and then I just haven't gotten a CPAP machine. I got diagnosed in like 2014, so I probably have to do another sleep study. But I got it from my dad, so genetics.
No, I've been in your boat, man. I didn't see the doctor for like 10 years, and then I literally thought I was going to die. So I went in and was like, I need you to check this. I need you to check for diabetes because it runs in my family. They're like, no, dude, you're good. Like, you don't have any of that. You're fine. You're just getting older.
Yeah, I'm getting like, yeah, man. Like I threw up my back a couple months ago, and I was like, oh, this fucking sucks. I gotta start working out or something.
Throw your back out at
Yeah, mine's
28?
age. Yours is cupcakes.
Well, I threw it out because, well, I hurt my back really bad when I was in the Navy, but then I was lifting up some boxes, and yeah, the heavy boxes.
They are.
And I did it.
lifting up
There's
that
a-
those ammo boxes.
The comic boxes, man, all those comics. Comics are heavy.
Paper is heavy.
Paper, yes. Paper is very heavy. And it can cut you. Have you ever gotten a cardboard paper cut? That's the fucking
Jesus
worst.
Christ, yes. Oh my god. And I've been like loading my comics into top loaders, so I've gotten plastic cuts on my finger
Oh.
heads. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna take a slip out of Marissa's playbook and I'm gonna go get Mandy Petty and I am gonna just like please be gentle.
I have a scar on my forearm because I slipped on a bag from a bag and board, and I fell and sliced it on a treasure chest.
Wait, what?
Do you hear some of the stuff that comes out of your mouth?
So Ryan, that's for con artist number 3.
Yeah,
is
no shit.
Slipping on the bag and boards.
What? I slipped and fell on a bag and board. That's all. That's all I said. I don't know what you guys are freaking out about.
You're the only
No, it was
one.
the treasure chest part. I missed
Oh.
that stuff.
Oh yeah, my parents won a treasure chest at like a country club, and then it was in their guest room, and that's where I was staying at the time. And and like there was like a little metal corner, and I just sliced it on the corner. It's a treasure chest. If I was there, I'd take a picture of it. It literally looks exactly like a treasure chest. There's no treasure inside.
Well, see, it's all for naught
Context
then.
is very important, Jim.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm sorry. I just cut it on a chest.
There you go.
Sounds about
It's a
right for you
treasure
too.
chest without any treasure. That's lame.
I mean, I could have cut it like on a sexy man's chest or a woman's chest. You know, you don't know what kind of chest it was, so I had to say treasure chest to get that visual in your head.
Most people, if you just said you cut it on a chest, would kind of understand. But then again, it is you, so the clarification does help a little.
I do a lot of chest covers. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Woo!
So after this night, we're gonna implement a drug test.
Well,
Yes.
We're not.
if it's
Yeah.
legalized in the
Just
state that you're in,
Cupcake test. How many cupcakes have you eaten today?
I haven't had any sugar today.
I don't believe that for a second.
Why not? Why don't you believe that?
Because you're like got the ADHD happening right now.
I always have the ADHD.
Well, this is
happening.
true, but this feels like there's a sugar component.
I had a half a pepperoni pizza and mozzarella sticks, and I had a uncrustable peanut butter and jelly for breakfast. That was it. It's the lazy man sandwich. I'll never have to make a sandwich again.
Coming from the grown man, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, don't knock it till you try it. You ever put one of them motherfuckers in a goddamn microwave?
You,
Ooh,
you
boy,
have,
how-
you have a hard time just spreading the PB&J on the bread? That's a
Look,
difficult.
it's a lot of work for a small outcome.
The outcome is how much you put on. That's you
Yeah,
get to decide the outcome.
Yeah, but then you have your portions already made out for you, and you don't have to fucking pull out the fucking jelly and pull out the peanut butter jar and pull out a knife and a fucking
Oh,
spoon and then
God.
spread
You know-
it and then watch the knife.
Oh my god.
I feel
The F
this
words have been
as
coming out.
a mother who makes like 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches a day. When she comes running down going, yeah, I want a peanut butter and jelly. Okay.
See, you understand my pain. This is why
I
you
really do, but I am also a tightwad, and I do not want to pay $1 a sandwich for something that legit costs like 3 cents to actually
It's
make.
it's not $1 a sandwich.
It's $2.
I don't know how much it is. I don't pay attention to how much it costs. I just buy it. So.
Okie dokie.
I mean, a loaf of
Boy,
bread
I'm
is $3.
waiting for the background. Hey, Ma! How much those things cost?
What's
Right?
what's the Tony Rad budget on Uncrustables?
So Shawnee's getting the full experience tonight. So I'm glad we're helping you out there, Shawnee.
Oh, I love it. Oh,
Watching the show, sees semi-naked ladies. So she starts laughing. Her husband's like, "What is going on?"
Can you give him some context because he's kind of a big dude, and I don't want him mad at me. I remember your husband. I don't want to piss him off.
Speaking of big dudes, so Totally Rad Comics, we're on Kickstarter right now, and there's some X-rated covers that you can get for just $25 a pop, or you can get the All Rad to the Max tier for a low price of $120.
Are you gonna have new Totally Rad tiers next time? Big dude tiers. Speaking of big dude tiers,
I
Dude drop
mean,
song.
It definitely would be politically correct for you to add the big dude tier. show some diversity for the community.
Beefcake to
But-
the max.
But I ain't drawing that shit, so somebody else sign up.
I will totally.
You know, I was thinking about the other day. I was like, man, I could get like celebrities to sign blank variants for me, and then I could draw like I could get artists to draw dirty sketches of that celebrity with their autograph on it.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to be on the other end of that PR ref.
That would be one of those things where I don't know if I would want to have my real name on there, but yes.
It's like
You draw this shit? No, sir. No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
It's like, hey, here's an autograph of Pam Anderson, and then here's a sketch of her blowing Tommy what's his name? Tommy
Lee.
Lee. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like, did she sign it when the sketch was on there? I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
To Photoshop it together. And they do have that new what is that, made for TV docuseries
documentary
or something coming out.
Pam and Tommy.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's got Sebastian Stan playing Tommy Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. I like Motley Crue. Motley Crue is one of my favorite bands.
They did one of those already on Netflix. It's called The
Yeah,
Dirt.
it's called The Dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
just
but-
about Pam and Tommy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
Okay.
whole thing about them. I mean, you could do like a whole series about it.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
The Pam and Tommy story. Yeah, I forgot about
Rock stars and rock and roll, sex, drugs, and hula hoops.
Wait, what?
Love
that.
it.
Right? Is that right? Sex, drugs, and hula hoops? Is that right?
Fuck yeah. You ever been to a Motley Crue show? They got a dude playing the bass with a flamethrower shooting out.
Sweet.
It's like the most redneck thing ever. It's like, yeah, then the guy at the bass, he's got a fucking
That just sounds like
Fire-
Mad Max. That sounds like that's how Mad Max got that figured out. They're like, hey, remember Motley Crue?
The more you talk, Jim, the more I realize I don't want to hang out with you outside of cons anymore.
Why? What is wrong? I don't do anything weird. I don't play the bass with a flamethrower on it.
You're so excited. Fucking flamethrowers and hula hoops. I can just see.
Listen, I can attest
you have
that
bill money.
I can attest that this is mostly an on-screen persona, because I've
Yes.
hung around Jim
Yes.
enough now that there's a I'd say a 50% drop in energy.
You put me
From,
at a convention all day. You put me at a convention all day, and then I'm in bed by 9 after I've gone out with Tom and had 2 beers.
No, I know. I've seen you at the convention in Florida.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You definitely act appropriately, but it's still fun to fuck with you.
I forgot about that show. Yeah, the Suncoast Comic Con.
No, I do that to buddies all the time. I worked with a guy, like when I ran the bar. We ended up hiring him and all of his buddies as bouncers because they used to just fuck up our bar. And we're like, you know what? You can't do that anymore because you work for us now. But they would always tell us these stories about going to Vegas and your buddy got arrested in this. And he would always ask me, hey, Ryan, we're going to Vegas next week and you want to come? I'm like, fuck no. I hear your story every time. Yeah, but we always come back. No, bro.
Yeah.
What are the
inside too many
speaking of
times
cons?
after
What are
we
the
go.
con setups? Are you guys are you even close to doing any cons in this first quarter? Anybody?
I think. I mean, I'm doing one next weekend in Florida, but it's a one day
Villicon.
thing. And what?
Villicon?
No. It's I don't remember what's Toy Con, I think.
Oh.
But I'm going out there. They're flying me out there because I did 2 exclusives with Tyler Kirkham, and so
Cool.
they're flying us both out there for signings, and then we'll do the one day show. But I think my next actual show is not till March sometime.
Nice.
I can't even remember which one that one is.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, like, what is it? I don't even know. I don't have no clue what the schedule for cons is anymore. I don't know where anything sits anymore.
I have Planet Con is the same weekend as Suncoast, and I'll be at Suncoast. Phoenix Fan Fusion's coming up in May, and then everything else I've got is coming up like in the summer.
Actually, I take it back. My first one is going to be in April, and is WonderCon, because I was supposed to go to Dubai in March, but we're not going.
Oh.
Dubai?
Yeah. They changed the dates. I was originally going to go because it was like St. Patrick's weekend, so my kids are off from school anyways. But they changed the dates because of Omicron and stuff with the venue and whatnot to beginning of March, and now I can't do it with my kids in school. So we passing.
Oh.
Yeah, I may be doing Phoenix because it's local here for me, and then Amazing Vegas in June, possibly. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. And
Amazing. You mean Amazing Vegas?
Yeah, Amazing Vegas.
Okay.
Jimmy's show.
Yeah. I thought he said Amazing Phoenix. I'm like,
Oh,
No.
Vegas.
I was like, that's not right.
And that's the same weekend as my birthday, so I don't know. I haven't decided if I want to do that for my birthday or not. I don't know.
Vegas on your birthday is always fun.
Well, that's true. I mean, if I ever were to get married, it would be in Las Vegas too. So
I
got
didn't say
married in
married.
Vegas.
I said birthday. Look, why are you stepping it up? I said birthday, not marriage, bro.
because
Slow down.
because knowing me, I'll go out and be like, "It's my birthday," and then I'll get blackout drunk, and then yeah.
We're not
He'll-
gonna let
he'll
you get
marry a
married
stripper.
on your birthday.
Jim's gonna marry a
I'm making
stripper.
you shit, but I'm not gonna let you get married on your birthday to some random person.
Oh, I will.
think
I'll make sure that happens.
I'll be
I'll
like,
make
here,
sure
hold
that
this.
happens. Like 100%. Like there's chapels everywhere. We'll make sure that happens for each
They
other.
got drive-through. You can go through the drive-through and get married. That's how cool Vegas is.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
Drive through and get married by Elvis. That's correct.
Yeah.
My
Oh,
parents,
man. 20 years
my
ago,
parents got
it was like an
remarried.
extra $150 to have Elvis actually marry you. It was like, oh man.
My parents got remarried in an Elvis chapel in Vegas.
Hell yeah. I
And they
could
even-
totally see going back and doing that.
Maybe that's like a retirement plan. Maybe I could like retire and be Fat Elvis in Las Vegas. One of the many.
There you
Well,
go. Set your goals,
you
bro.
got the glasses happening.
You're gonna need to work on your lip curl.
Yeah, so
If
that's
you
the
do a
only thing that
Vegas
he's got to worry
exclusive,
about.
can I do it?
Hell yeah! And he would also do. He would also eat peanut butter banana mayonnaise sandwiches, and I eat those too.
Yeah.
Whenever I do make a sandwich, they don't have an Uncrustable for that flavor.
No, they don't.
Elvis Uncrustables. That's just waiting to be a sales element.
Yeah,
You
you know
gotta-
how many women in their 70s would be buying that?
Elvis Uncrustables.
I was talking to my dad when I went to go see him for Christmas. I was like, "Hey, you want to go to the movies and see this movie?" And he goes, "I haven't been in the movie theater since 2019 because of COVID." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I go to the movie theater every weekend and no one wears a mask."
Well, when I went to see, I always try and go early to the shows around here, especially since it's a small town. So if I get in early enough, there's usually like 0 to 4 people in the theater, which is fantastic. So, yeah. Like
But
when
also
I
no
went
one-
and saw Scream, and I was alone. It was 11 in the morning, and I was alone, so it was good.
Without spoiling the new one, is Jamie Kennedy in it?
No.
God damn it.
He died.
He's mentioned. They discuss the legacy characters, but he's not in it. No.
Well, he died in 2, but he came back in 3 on video.
On video.
Yeah. It's still him. It's still the actor in the movie. They were like, "Hey, do you want to shoot this scene?" And he's like, "Fuck yeah, I'll give me $1 million." And they're like, "Here you go, Jamie Kennedy, because you're the #1 star right now." Him and Tom Green. The year was 2000. That's when Scream 3 came out. It came out 21 years ago. Totally rad fucking god. Totally fucking
Nice.
rad god. I love that. Oh my god. That's the cover right there, boy. Howdy, I'll tell you what.
Anytime he says that, April just goes uncontrollable.
I know. It's like uncontrollable. I just love it. I'm so sorry.
Right. I'm telling you, we just scanned that right now. That's your cover right there.
Little couple color tweaks, good to go. I mean, why not? I've seen people do it. Fuck it.
We're trying to get. We're trying to get. Yeah, we're trying to get a sneak peek at Zira through the jungle. There we go. Boom.
I was really
Sorry.
confused at what we were looking at for a second.
Just my hand.
That's what jungle girls do.
Wait, what do they do?
They hide in the jungle.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah. Gorgeous blue hair.
Jungle hair. Got a fan of that. As always, these things do tend to come up for sale, yo. So if anyone is interested, hit the artists up, see what they're doing with those pieces, and you might be able to take them home.
Hell yeah! Look at that. Bam.
Booty, 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 booty.
So Jim's campaign ends Monday night.
Monday.
So if you want to get on to his campaign, you've got basically 24 hours and we're done?
Oh, wait a minute. No, we're at 46 hours. Nope, Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday. Okay.
I don't even know. I was like, wait a minute. That doesn't make sense.
By the way, if anybody wants to buy this and they're like, oh no, she really does need some panties, I can add that.
It's an easy thong. It's an easy thong.
Definitely.
A couple of lines. There's a thong.
Absolutely.
She don't need no panties.
I know. That's why we're starting with the basics, so we could always build it up from there. Even some cute boy shorts. I don't know.
It's fine, just like that.
Exactly.
It's beautiful.
I'm pretty sure anyone who is a fan of the Totally Rad brand is not going to be too concerned about the open source booty.
Mm-hmm.
The bottom.
My thoughts exactly.
Yeah. I know my audience.
We know your audience.
We have a lot of mutual audiences. They buy from all of us.
Audiences, or is it audience I?
Audience of one.
Audiences.
Come on down to the show. Yeah. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. One pill, Jim. One pill.
That's not a reference I got.
Matrix.
I drink water. I drink 2 bottles of water before the show. Although I did have
so you're hydrated.
I had 2 Sunkissed at like noon, but that's not longer. Those are done. Actually, I don't even think those have caffeine in it.
Sunkissed does not.
Orange soda. I love orange soda. No one got that reference.
Nope. You're going too deep. You're too deep.
That's not too deep. That's not even deep. That's what she said.
I know there's a song called Orange Crush.
Yeah, that's a REM song.
Yeah.
Rabbit Eye Movement.
Okay.
Yeah. REM. They're it's the end of the world and they know it. I don't know, but they're happy, shiny people.
Oh my gosh! Yes, but still.
That's the one where they're like dancing and they're like do 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 do.
No one knows what music videos are anymore. They don't make those.
I never had music videos growing up. I lived out in the boonies. No cable.
Speaking of music videos, I got a music video TV shirt. I got it for Christmas. Wait, no.
Oh, an MTV, yeah.
Yeah, I got it for Christmas. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And I'm like, no one's gonna understand this reference if they're under the age of 25.
That's true. Although they'll wear it ironically, and then you're like,
Yes.
yeah, man, high five, and they're like, why? Oh my gosh! Right after that Captain Marvel movie came out, I ran into some real young chick wearing a Nine Inch Nails t-shirt, and I was so excited. I was so freaking excited. And her dad ratted her out and was like, "She doesn't know who that is." I was like, "What?"
Oh,
Her jaw literally hit the floor, and I just felt
Poser.
betrayed. I know.
I was at
It was
Target.
fine. It was cool, but ugh.
Target was selling a Boys in the Hood shirt, and it had Cuba Gooding Jr. and Ice-T on it. And I was looking at it, or not Ice-T, Ice Cube. And I was looking at it, and I'm like, who the fuck is buying this shirt? Like, the guys who like this movie aren't at Target buying the shirt. So who's buying these shirts?
Yeah.
And you know what? I bought the shirt because I actually like that movie. But then I was like,
So you answered your own question. You're buying it.
I bought the shirt. I did buy the shirt.
So
$7.
it's you people.
What do you mean, you people? Yeah, I love Boys in the Hood. John Singleton, director. It's great. It's actually a very fantastic cinematic masterpiece. It's called Boys in the Hood. It's a great movie. It's coming of age. It's actually a coming of age story.
Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood.
Yep.
Did you see Straight Outta Compton?
I did. Yes, I did. Where Ice Cube's son plays Ice Cube.
That's correct. Yes. Yeah. Just don't watch the extended cut. The extended
There's
cut
an
is like,
extended cut?
yeah. The extended cut is like, Jesus Christ. Like, is there a story? What are we doing with these scenes? So just the standard cut is really good. The extended cut's not worth the time.
Yeah.
No, I like that movie a lot. That was good.
It was a good movie. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a very good movie.
They should do one about Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. And they should call it The Jungle. Because it's a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how it keep from going under.
Oh my gosh, stop it. Stop it. Stop.
Yeah, person on the stairs, they just don't care. Can't take the smell, can't take the noise, no money to go out. I guess I got no choice. Yeah. I don't know. I'm still waiting for my all-time favorite. Where is the Beastie Boys movie?
Oh.
Because Hollywood keeps putting the Beastie Boys in all these like fucking Star Trek movies. Where the fuck is the Beastie Boy movie?
I know, right?
Well, I think there's only one left, right? Only one's left alive?
Two, goddammit. MCA is dead, but Ad Rock and Mike D are still alive.
Okay.
But they're not the Beastie Boys anymore. Like they're still the Beastie Boys. They're Beastie Boys, but they don't do Beastie Boy stuff anymore. By the way, if you want to have a good laugh, they have an audiobook, and the audiobook, I guess the book was an actual book, and there's pictures in the middle of the book. And Spike Jonze, who you may know from like all the Jackass stuff, he's appeared in a lot of Jackass films. I think all of them. And Spike Jonze took all those photos of the Beastie Boys in the 90s. And so there's a part in the audiobook where he's reviewing each photo. And he goes, now this photo is my favorite because Ad Rock was doing this and that. And then he goes to the next photo and he goes, now this one's actually my real favorite. And it's just every photo is his favorite.
Well, that was like the South Park commentary between each episode. This is our favorite episode of South Park every single time.
They did a commentary on one episode. They're like, this episode hasn't even aired yet, but Comedy Central wants us to do the commentary on it now. So what do you remember about making this episode 6 days ago? Yeah, those guys, boy howdy, I'll tell you what, those guys from South Park, man, they know how to make some money. They know the market.
That they do.
They own Casa Bonita. They bought that restaurant. They are owners of Casa Bonita. And I really want to go to Colorado now just to go to Casa Bonita and see the puppet show and the
I only just saw that Casa Bonita episode recently. I didn't even understand what the hell. I heard the story about them buying it, and I'm like, I don't get this.
And you gotta raise the little flag to get the sopapillas. Oh yeah, sopapillas, yeah. Oh, puppet show.
Okay. I had started watching the South Park episodes, and then there was like a long, I don't know, holiday week, and then I just kind of stopped watching them, and I haven't been back to. I haven't seen them.
I've gotten through season 11, and so I'm halfway through the existence of South Park at this point.
I don't even know what season that is. I'm not into South Park as much as I am into The Simpsons, obviously, but also like South Park kind of as the episodes were still being made in like the 2000s, I kind of like lost interest. Like in the 90s, it was edgy, and it was like, oh, you were not allowed to watch this because your parents don't want you to watch it, so you wanted to watch it, and now it's just like, eh.
Yeah, it's not quite what it was, but and I don't watch it as it comes out either. I catch it when it's like repeats on Comedy Central or Cartoon Network or whatever the hell it's on. But I've just been binging them. I just find them cheap on eBay, and I just binge through the seasons, and so I've done 1 through 11.
I like it.
HBO
I like it.
Max.
Yeah, it is on HBO. They have everything on HBO. There's there's an episode where they get locked into a cave, and it's actually like a tourist cave, and Cartman finds a bunch of treasure.
Yep.
And he thinks it's real treasure, and so he eats all the treasure.
Yep.
and then someone goes, "Hey, who ate all Black Bart's secret treasure?" And then fake treasure, and he goes, "Fake." And then he just shits out a bunch of fake treasure.
That's the Man Bear Pig episode.
Yeah, it's the Man Bear. Yeah, that's so stupid because he's just like he's going away to eat this fake treasure to hide it from all of his friends because he's so fucking greedy, and then he finds out it's fake. I don't know. Once again, I am just entertained by people just pooping and vomiting on screen.
I'm just sitting here listening to Jim.
By the way, I am super excited. We are 20 days away from February 4th, 2022, the greatest day in cinematic history, where Jackass Forever is being released in the theaters. Finally.
Okay.
If that tells you anything,
you want to watch a bunch of old guys get launched into the air in porta potties?
Yes, I am so, dude. You have no idea. Those guys. I mean, I grew up on those guys. You know, the Bam Margera and all that.
Which explains so much,
right?
Yeah. Those guys are the voice of my generation, man.
Which explains so much.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I survived my early teens after watching those shows. But
how many Jackass stunts did you attempt after you saw them?
I did jumping jacks on a frozen lake and I fell in, and then I wanted to up the ante by trying something different that they never did, and then I realized why they never did it because it's fucking dumb. I put my tongue on like those little shock pads that you put at the front door so your dog doesn't scratch out the windows or the door.
Yeah.
I put my tongue on one of those, and then I couldn't taste anything for like a month. That where I drew the line though, I didn't. We bought an electric dog collar to put on me because I was the one who was going to do the craziest shit apparently in my group of friends, and that's where I drew the line. I was like, I'm not doing that. But yeah, I did some stupid shit. Shopping carts and crashing into fucking bushes and trees.
Mr. Smithers dropping back in. We're just about done, guys. This is it. We've hit our maximum limit allowed of Jim Noble on live streams.
Yep. 4 episodes done.
I'm coming back. I'm telling you, I'm gonna get a custom jacket. I'm gonna come in like fucking Ric Flair, just fucking big ass fucking robe and fucking yeah, man. It's gonna be awesome. And I'm gonna
cut you off.
I'm gonna have fireworks behind me going off, and then my apartment's gonna burn down.
We can all do celebratory Uncrustable cheering.
Yeah. We can all but we have to do it. We have to do it right. We have to put it in the microwave.
Eating an Uncrustable.
Put it in the microwave for 10 seconds, and it'll be. It's like drinking a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's so good because it liquefies the insides.
Well, why don't I just go out and buy a jelly donut? It's so much better.
And there's no crust on it. Hence the name Uncrustables.
I know, right?
The amount of preservatives in an Uncrustable has to be unbelievable.
Well, you can just freeze them and they'll last a while.
Like Jim, realistically, Jim, the way that you eat, we're talking about going to the doctor. The way that you eat, you're probably fine for the next 100 years because everything inside is just like preserved through all of this crap that you're eating.
You'll be like
Yeah.
Mr. Burns, where all of
Yeah,
your
yeah.
cancers are in perfect equilibrium.
Yeah, there's so much junk inside me that it just equals out.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I can see that being me. That'd be pretty cool. See, I get so worried about working out because I don't want to be like that workout bro, and so that's why I don't work out.
Okay.
I don't think you have to worry about it.
Like, I don't want to be that guy who's like, oh, I got to go to the gym and fucking bench 50 pounds before I fucking eat breakfast. Like, that's not a fun way to live.
Well, I'm sure
wants
you
to
can
live that
find
life?
a work-play balance that works for you.
The Rock wakes up like at 3 a.m. in the morning and he eats like 60 pancakes and then fucking works out for 6 hours. That's not a fun life. 6 hours of working out? Fuck me, man. Like, I get
Yeah,
so
but if
bored.
he's
I
got
get bored after
kids,
6
you'll
seconds.
find any excuse.
Trust me,
to,
dude.
like,
If you were
do
signing,
something.
$30 million contracts to be buff, you would go be buff.
Yeah.
That's true. That's the other thing. I'm not Chris Pratt. So, and Chris Pratt was fat before he got famous. So
That's correct. I mean,
Yeah.
we just talked about Chris Pratt. He was in that movie the movie Moneyball.
Moneyball.
So he actually went from in shape to out of shape to back in shape. So it's all depending on what you're getting paid to do.
that's true.
Like
And I'm
Charlize
just getting
Theron. She did
And you're just getting
Monster.
paid to eat cupcakes. So that's what's happening.
Paid to eat cupcakes and make naked lady comic books.
That's right.
I'm living the lifestyle.
You have a different life, sir.
Oh lordy. And so when are we going live again, Tom?
Well,
2023.
2023. It's right around the corner.
Yeah, just like that one live show we were on last year. They're like, "Oh yeah, we're back this year," and then that was the last episode we did. It was over a year ago.
Yeah, listen, we've shut down more shows than we,
We got
There might
last
be-
so many shows.
There might be a recurring problem with that.
That's why we have to keep making our own shows, is because we keep shutting everybody else's down.
Yeah, we go on and then they just the viewers.
See, if we
just-
go on everybody else's show and they collapse, then we just then we are the show.
Yeah.
That's the plan, is make every other show
absorb the
collapse.
show. We're like Galactus. We're the devourer of podcasts.
That's right. That's right. So we'll be back Saturday. We're gonna do Saturday night again.
Yeah, Saturday
What
night.
in the hell we're gonna do, I don't know. But we'll start doing Saturday nights again, and then as soon as we hear from Fought and he's ready to do the movie show again, we'll roll back into that too.
Rolling.
Yeah, boy. So thank you guys. It's good to have you. We'll be back next week. Sam Quinton and his Raina book will be on, and then the week after that is kind of open, but we have multiple possibilities. It's either going to be myself, it might be CB Zane, it might be Wendy Shaner. We have to figure out what the 30th is, but those next couple of weeks, the 30th, and then what is it, like
Nope.
the 2nd or something.
On a hard pass on Jim.
We've got I didn't say Jim.
I'll be
He's
back.
pointing to himself.
I'll be back, Mark.
Jim's done.
I'll
Jim-
come back. I'll be filler guest.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of guests lined up, so we'll be rolling through some shows here, guys. So yeah, it's a good time. Good to finally hang out with y'all again.
Let
All
the
the
good
art
times
is
roll.
looking sharp.
Woo!
Nobody's lost their touch, which is good.
Invisible touch.
I scanned mine, so Jim's good.
Yay!
So guys, if you're interested in any of the pieces, contact Marissa. There's Zero right there.
Wow, look at that.
Contact
Gorgeous.
April right there.
Wow, look at that. Even
Contact
Mine's
Ryan.
gone.
Ryan really is the
Wow, look
best,
at
I
that.
think.
Mine's gone.
invisible.
Mine got claimed. Shawnee swooped up mine.
Oh, Shawnee got it. Okay, it's gone.
Oh.
So there are only 2 more available then, folks. 2 more available. Contact Marissa, contact April, and then we will see y'all back here next week. We'll do this again, episode 16 next week.
I'll see you in
She's
June.
only 16.
Yeah. All right. Bye, everybody.